beware. Beware. This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, your guardian of the First Amendment, Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Thursday morning. It's raining outside. Weatherman Bob, it's raining outside. Wear your umbrella. These ignorant, stupid son of a bitches, and I'm not going there today. They give you a quad shot on these TV stations of the rain in Eckerts in Belleville, the rain down in southern Missouri, the rain up in Alton, and the rain in Chesterfield. And guess what? It's the same rain. It's the same rain. I don't know why these son of a bitches got to play this weather crap the way they do, but they do. And we'll just take it for what it is. It's a little cold, a little chilly. Weather report's over. And if you see me, I'm wearing my thong today. I'm doing my weather report in the thong, and it ain't pretty, but hey, who the hell cares? It's hot in here. Belleville leaders not alarmed by new graffiti. Let me tell you about this asswipe Mark Maximus Vaginas, also known as Mr. Pussy Boy, Mark Eckert, the mayor of Belleville. This son of a bitch, he makes light of everything. A quote in the, I got some, I think, dog crap on part of this paper for the Belleville News Democrat, which is probably all the News Democrat is worth. This is a quote from Pussy Boy, Maximus Vaginas Eckert. It's not unusual to have a little burst of this sort of thing at the end of the school year when the kids have a little bit of extra energy to burn off. Now, there's graffiti all over Belleville, and this asswipe bastard, this political perverted punk that we call a politician, this no-good son of a bitch, is trying to make light. You know, Eckert, you don't think rape? Remember on 50th Street last week or a week and a half ago? You don't think the robberies all throughout Belleville? You don't think the murders we've had in Belleville? You don't take anything serious. You want to pass it all off and say the town's safe. You'd rather get a vote than save a life, wouldn't you, you no-good son of a bitch? Graffiti all over. And it says Belleville leaders not alarmed by new graffiti. City leaders say they were a little annoyed, but not worried about graffiti that appeared overnight in downtown Belleville. What do you mean? It happened at the Belleville City Hall, you ignorant, stupid son of a bitch. You ought to be worried. That's somebody telling you, hey, kiss our ass. We're coming to your house. And we're going to put graffiti and no telling what else we're going to do. And your house is supposed to be Belleville, you no-good son of a bitch. He says, I don't think it's, and this is in quotes from this idiot, I don't think it's a real big problem. Well, number one, you asswipe bastard, how the hell do you know until it's researched, until you find out who did it, until you find out the meaning behind all this graffiti? How the hell can you always want to play everything down, Eckert? You played down that the town was safe, and a few years back, your wife gets robbed at the flower shop. And the ignorant lady runs after the robbers and says, what are you doing? And I said, they probably yelled back and said, hey, you stupid son of a bitch, we're giving you an oil change. What the hell you think they were doing, Mrs. Eckert? They were robbing your dumb ass. Happened in downtown Belleville, the mayor's wife. And he continues to say, it's safe in Belleville. What the hell's wrong with these bastard politicians? Don't tell us what we want to hear. Tell us the way it is. You heard me. I'm running for state representative. And I'll fight hard for you in Springfield. But I will not cut your grass, and I will not kiss your ass for a vote. But these son of a bitches will kiss a lot more than your ass for a vote. See, I don't want no ass kisser. I want a son of a bitch going to go up there and do something. Every ass wipe up there is kissing your ass, and then they're stealing your money. Not going to steal your money. I don't need your money, but I ain't kissing your ass either. If you want to keep status quo, keep electing these ignorant, stupid son of a bitches, and you're going to get what you deserve. This problem in Belleville, people, there's robberies all over. You don't hear about the robberies at the Quick Shop, the home invasions. But when Eckert, Maximus Vaginas, says that it's no big deal, he keeps playing this down, people, and I'm going to tell you, be afraid. I've said before, when I was a chief in Washington Park, I got fired one of the 3 times. I was hired and fired 3 times because they always brought me back because they knew I might not be politically correct, but I was good for the city. I get fired because I go to an elderly senior citizens crime prevention meeting that I had once a month. And this was back in the early 80s. People in Washington Park were leaving their windows open at night. Couldn't afford air conditioning, leaving their windows open. And I told the elderly ladies, both black and white, there's enough blame to go around for the black thugs and the white thugs. I said, listen, you better shut your windows. Lady said, well, Bob, it's so hot. And I says, ma'am, you'd rather be a little hot than a whole lot dead. And I told them. And I got them afraid. I got them afraid in their own homes. But you know what they did? They start shutting their windows and locking them. And I bet you I saved some lives. Now, the mayor found out, and I got fired for telling the truth. I would have rather lost my job than lost a life for a good person in Washington Park. But these ass white bastards all over. It's just not Belleville, but Belleville is the top of the list. This no good son of a bitch in Maximus Vaginas Eckert. And Eckert, why don't you call me and defend yourself? You lousy bastard, you inbred son of a bitch. Why don't you call me toll free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Why? I ask you, Eckert. Why don't you call me and defend yourself? I think the good people of Belleville are asking the same question of you and every St. Clair County public official. My ass, your politicians, your sleazy, greasy, perverted punk politicians. Think about it, people. They act like this is no big deal. This could be gang related. That's all we need now in Belleville is to have a bunch of gangs come in town and take up residency in Belleville. And it's going to happen. It happened in East St. Louis. It's all over St. Louis. What makes anybody think it's not coming to Belleville? But when Eckert thinks, he said he doesn't think the graffiti is related to an explosion of spray paint vandalism taking place across the river in St. Louis. No, he just always wants to shift the blame, always wants to shift the focus. And the focus is on Belleville, you idiot. They graffiti up City Hall in Belleville. The City Hall, that's their house. That's the mayor's house. That's the people's house of Belleville. And it's graffiti right next to the police department. I don't know if that was young kids. I don't know if they've got the guts. I think it was somebody trying to send a message. And maybe, just maybe, for the first time, maybe I'm wrong. But I'd rather be wrong and give you good people bad information than be right and go to your funeral. And don't think I'm being melodramatic, because it happens all the time. Handle a case in East St. Louis. The guy says, first time my father ever had a problem, Detective Romanik. You know what the problem was? I handled the case and we solved it. I found the gentleman's head. Somebody cut off his head. Oh, first time there was ever a problem? Seems like a major problem to me. Now, I don't know. Maybe I am an ignorant, stupid son of a bitch, but I don't know if I'm that stupid and ignorant. But see, I don't lead the good people in Belleville. I'm not responsible for the safety for the good people of Belleville. Mark Maximus Vaginas, and I think you know what I'm talking about, Mr. Big Pussy Boy Eckert, the mayor of Belleville, he gives a damn about getting reelected. He doesn't give a damn about the community. He doesn't give a damn about anybody but himself. his fat ass self. And if you gain another pound, you fat bastard, they're going to have to restructure the doors to City Hall or put some butter and get your greasy fat ass through there. You notice people he ain't calling? Don't have nothing to defend. But ask yourself this question. There's graffiti. There's killings in Belleville. There was just a rape, an egregious rape of a resident of Belleville. Eckert tried to play it down. No, we don't have that much of a problem. If there's one rape, if there's one murder, if there's one robbery, there's a problem. Eckert, and I got to say, the stupid son of a bitch, I got to give him credit. It ain't all his fault. This crap happened back when Kern was the mayor. It's just going on and on. If Eckert was any kind of man, he would say, hey, listen, it's dangerous in Belleville. Watch your step in Belleville. But he's not doing that. What, do you think it's going to keep businesses in Belleville? They're running businesses out of Belleville every day. And on a side note, I drive down 15 every day going into East St. Louis to talk with the good people of East St. Louis. I haven't seen any construction going on at the new $98 million development across from the Shrine. I haven't seen any construction going on for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I still haven't heard Eckert about what hotel's coming, and people think about it. They still haven't announced the hotel because there's no hotel that's going to come to town. Probably a Motel 4 or Motel 5. And as soon as that happens, you know what's going to happen. That development's going to be shut down. They don't need another house of prostitution, an alleged house of prostitution. They don't need another dope den like they have in Caseyville. And I got to say, I'm not against the Patels. I'm not against people coming into this country and making a living and having a business that aren't citizens. But I'll be damned, I'm going to have you foreign son of a bitches come over and exploit our young women, exploit our young men, letting dope be put in the hotels, allegedly, letting underage women, prostitution, sex trafficking. No, I don't give a damn. Get your asses back to wherever you came from. We got enough problem over here in the United States without you asswipe bastards coming across the sea. And I believe that immigrants should come the right way. And not only come the right way, do it the right way. I'm just tired of this crap. We got a caller. I don't know what the hell we're talking about gas prices, but go ahead. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
This is Hank. Hey, what's the election? They're not saying nothing about these gas prices or oil and everything going on in the United States. I thought they were supposed to come down after the war, you know? And then now they're still going. They're still fighting it back and forth. What's going on with our damn gas prices?
Hey, Hank. Hey, where are you from, buddy?
I'm from Madison, Illinois.
Hey, okay, I like you, but damn it, I don't know about the gas prices. Hell, me and you need to go out there and smell some of them gas fumes. Maybe we'd both calm down. But, you know, I don't know about the gas prices, Hank, but I know about this great country, and it's our politicians that are making everything. They're manipulating everything. Are you mad at the gas companies, or are you mad at the politicians because they let this crap go on? Answer me that question, Hank, my good buddy.
All these politicians.
There you go. What are we?
They're all their money in their pockets, and they're hoarding it. And they're not putting it where it's supposed to be put.
Hey, I agree with you. Hank, thanks for the call from Madison. Hey, I don't know. I guess it's just me. I guess I'm just totally nuts. I don't know how we got off on the gas. Matter of fact, I think, Hank, I want to thank you. I've got some guests in the office and in the studio, and I want to warn them that I had chili last night, and there may be some gas, and it's going to be free, and it ain't going to be pretty. But anyway, let's get back to well, it's probably serious, the gas prices, but you people understand, and I'm not trying to be funny, but you have to mix entertainment with information so we can get people's attention. It's serious in the city of Belleville. It's really serious. And for Eckert to act like it's no big deal when there's graffiti, could be gang graffiti, not on some old building down 3rd Street or some old dark area, but at the Belleville City Hall, the Belleville Police Department, that's somebody putting it right in your face. And Eckert, it's not unusual to have a little burst of start of this thing at the end of the school year. Hell, I guess if you see bodies out there, I guess if 4 people, heaven forbid, get raped and killed today, hey, that's just the end of school year crap. What's wrong with you, Eckert? been smelling them pansies, you pansy-ass bastard? You people got to understand. And I'm serious as a heart attack, not just in Belleville, St. Clair County, the state of Illinois. We got this budget crisis in Illinois. And I tell you what, the Republicans are just as guilty as the Democrats. And I'm running on the Republican ticket. You know, they tried to throw me off the bus, and I'm still hanging on. I'm hanging on by a thread. The Democrats, I got them pissed off years back because of the culture of corruption they were involved in. So I decided to run on the Republican ticket. And then them some bitches threw me off the bus. But I'm still hanging on. I'm hanging on the muffler. I'm hanging on a Republican bus muffler, you ignorant bastards. And I don't care. I care about the people of St. Clair County. I care about the people of the 114th Legislative District. Don't give a damn about a Democrat. Don't give a damn about a Republican. And really don't give a damn about any transgenders because they piss me off, and we may get into that if I get time. And all you transgender people, do me a favor. I'm the only politician going to tell you, don't vote for me because I'm not for you. I'm not for you. And if any of you people in the 114th Legislative District think that I'm going to be for transgender this crap, you can kiss my ass and take your vote and give it to somebody else. And by the way, Obama, and I'm not for him or against him. He's done some good, some bad, like all of us. None of us are perfect. I cannot believe he sits there and says, and supports, if you think you're a man or a woman, you can use the bathrooms accordingly. Now, and I want to say this on a serious note, as a father. President Obama, you've got two beautiful daughters. Now, I challenge you as a man. Let your daughter walk into a bathroom and see some lecherous, treacherous, ignorant-looking son of a bitch follow her in. If you don't go in there as a president or as a laborer or as a bricklayer and beat his ass, then I don't care what kind of president you are, but I do give a damn what kind of father you are. And if you can honestly sit there, Mr. President, and say that it's okay to use the bathroom of your identity, something's wrong with you, President Obama, and I mean that. As a father, I mean that. How the hell can you, with two beautiful daughters, support someone walking in a bathroom when your beautiful daughters go in there to take care of their business? I don't believe that, Mr. President. And if it's not good enough for your daughters, it's not good enough for anybody's daughter. We've got some other callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah. Hey, if you're going to talk about gas, I got gas, and that's it. Let's cut it short. If you're going to talk about something else, let's go.
Hey, Kern, Sprague, and Bear Civic, I think you're giving these guys way too much credit. Because you keep wanting them to call in, and I think both you and I know they can't use a phone.
Well, they're not that smart. That's right, Rick. I agree with you. What do you think about this? Are you from the Belleville area?
Yeah.
What do you think about this ignorant asswipe Mayor Mark Eckert? Every time there's a serious problem, he downplays it like it's no big deal. Now, if somebody graffitied your house, like they graffitied his house, the city hall, wouldn't you be up in arms? Wouldn't you be pissed? Not as a politician, as a man, I'd be pissed.
Hey, go to Cahokia. They do it all over. There's a bowling alley down at Cahokia. They graffitied. Where are all the cops at? They did it. They had to be there 2-3 hours. I mean, they graffitied the whole building.
Yeah. Well, you know, Rick, and I understand that, but I got to say, I'm going to defend the police officers because, you know, it's their job to stop that. But a lot of times in Cahokia, those guys are running day and night. But what I'm talking about is this side, the political side, where the mayor of Belleville wants to downplay. He downplayed the rape. Oh, that's the first one that happened. He downplays these robberies, these home invasions. How the hell, this guy really thinks that we're in la-la land. He really thinks that he's the leader and he's going to make everything perfect. And by doing nothing for nobody, he's made it bad for everybody.
Well, I just hope somebody will go up and show them how to use a phone, and maybe they'll call in.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Hey, I'll tell you, Rick, thanks for the call. And I quit offering money. You guys know, and I'm serious, if I make an offer on the radio, I have to live up to it. When I offer these asswipes $10,000 of my money, not the politicians' money, my money, not people that contribute to me, because I'm not taking any contributions. This is my money. And I offer them $10,000 to come on my show and then say I'll match the 10. That'll be $20,000 for some needy organization, for the hungry, for the homeless, and these no good son of a bitches. Hey, I'll go up there. I'll walk up there naked to the courthouse. Well, I better not do that, hell. And I need a pretty sight. I'll come to the courthouse and bear a civic. Sprague, Kern, I hate you son of a bitches, but I'll call you sir. And they said that Jesus, and I'm not even close, so I don't want to be compared to that, but I'll come up there and humiliate myself, and I'll wash all of your feet if you'll donate $10,000 to charity. I'll do that. And all you son of a bitches have to do is come here and talk and be transparent what you get paid for, and you no good ass white bastards aren't going to do that. You can kiss my white, hairy, stinky, red, white, and blue ass. It's unbelievable, people. And you guys put these ass wipes in office. You continue to put these son of a bitches in office. And people are right. Bob, watch out. It's going to hurt your election. Hey, listen. Get a pen and paper right now. Write this down. Bob Romanik doesn't give a damn. Winning an election doesn't make me who I am. It makes these ass-wipe, no-count, good-for-nothing, political, perverted politician punks. That's all they live for, is to be somebody. See, I am somebody. I'm a great father. I'm a great American. That's somebody. Not what title you got, mayor, state representative, governor. Then take those titles and shove them up their asses. Take all those titles and shove them up their asses. We got to understand, people. It's about us. It's about us. It's not about them. It's not. What's going on? Who?
There's some noise in the lobby.
Well, hell, I tell you what a professional run outfit we got here. We're a bunch of idiots. I don't think any of us know what the hell we're doing. We're flying by the seat of our pants. They got guys giving hand signals. And, the only hand signal I got for everybody is that salute, that middle finger salute to these rotten bastard politicians. I'm just tired, people. I'm tired. And you ought to be tired. And I know at times I can be a little entertaining. But when I'm serious, I'm serious. And I don't understand you people. And I mean that. My friends, my enemies, I don't understand you. How you let this crap go and go and go. Now, election time, we're going to fight hard. People say, hey, you're going to lose. No, I think we can win. But we're winners because we've exposed these son of a bitches. I don't give a damn about the results in the election. We've exposed these son of a bitches. We've embarrassed these bastards. We've let people know what's really going on. And it's amazing. And I hope you people just understand that. And I don't want to get melodramatic, but at times you got to go crazy. Let's take care of our housekeeping, then we'll take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about the violence that's going on in these protests. We're going to talk about Congressman Bost, who calls for a probe. And Congressman, I'm not against you, buddy, but I got to say, quit posturing yourself. It's too late. It's too late in the game. I don't want to read what you're going to do and what Kern's going to do and what the governor's going to do. You guys aren't going to do crap because it's over with. The game's over. You guys are still in the stadium waving the flag, saying hit a home run. The ball team left an hour ago. What the hell's wrong with you guys? Democrats, Republicans, Independents? I'm on everybody's ass today. Kaskaskia River House is having their Kaskaskia River Festival coming up Sunday, May the 29th. Starts from 12:30 in the afternoon to midnight. It's a $10 cover charge. They've got 4 or 5 bands, great people, Stan Surtak and everybody out at the Kaskaskia River House. I want to tell you, I love you guys out there. They asked if I'd come out and say some words to dedicate Memorial Day. And I want to say, I want to thank every organization that has called me to ask to speak. You know how proud and humble I am to have veterans group called Bob Romanik, low life, white trash from the housing projects. Couldn't be any better. I cherish those calls more than I would from a call from the President of the United States because, see, these guys are real people. These guys are the ones that give me the opportunity, give you the opportunity to live free, to be free. And I want to thank all of you. I can only make it to a few, but Stan Surtak, thank you very much. And if I can make it out there and say a few words, it's not a few words about Bob Romanik. It's a few words about this great country of ours. It's a few words about our great heroes, our great military, our great country. That's what the few words will be about. But Kaskaskia River Festival, Memorial Weekend, Sunday, May the 29th, 12:30 in the afternoon till midnight. 5 or 6 great bands. If you guys can make it out there, please do. The radio station will try to be there. Our good friends at the American Legion Post, 2505, the East St. Louis Veterans Memorial Post out of East St. Louis. They're having their annual Memorial Day event. It says, some gave all and all gave some, and that's true. They're located at 301 River Park Drive in East St. Louis. They're going to have a ceremony. The Master of Ceremony, Commander John Holman, and I'm sure it'll be a great event, and we'd like to make it out, but we sure can't. But anybody that can make it to the American Legion Post 2505 in East St. Louis, please do. It's a Memorial Day. Poppies will be available. And it says, please remember and thank United States veterans for their service to America. What a great weekend this is going to be for everybody. We've got the O'Fallon Memorial Day ceremony will be held at the Veterans Monument Monday, May the 30th at 11:30 a.m. It's located at 737 East Wesley Drive, just northwest of the O'Fallon Public Safety Department. It says bring long chairs. The program will be about 45 minutes. The featured speaker, Air Force Brigade General Randall Reed. It says if there's inclement weather, it'll be held at the First Baptist Church in O'Fallon. And again, I want to thank all the veterans and all the groups for the wonderful invitations to get the opportunity to speak. And I can only be at a few places at a time. And thank God there's only one of me, because I don't think this world's ready for 2 of me. Don't forget, Wood River Kiwanis Club, their annual barbecue, June the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Wood River Kiwanis Club. Memorial Day, the Avenue of Flags at Valhalla Garden of Memories. They're going to have 1,500 casket-sized flags in line in the avenue, and over 3,000 small flags will decorate the veterans' graves throughout the cemetery. It's on Frank Scott Parkway at 3412 Frank Scott Parkway West in Belleville. What a great site. I go by there every day. It's close to my house. If you guys can make it out there, I tell you, be well worth your while. Community Breakfast Buffet coming up Sunday, June the 5th from 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It'll be held at the O'Fallon American Legion Hall, and it's prepared by the Women of the Moose. Oakville Heritage Days Festival coming up June the 11th and 12th, and we'll talk about that more when we've got time. Beneld, their 63rd annual Italian American Days coming up this Friday, and it'll go through Monday, May the 30th. The Smash Man will be there one of the days. What a great time. Beneld, Illinois, in Macoupin County. Want to thank the Sheik and everybody in Beneld and Gillespie. They always treat us good up there. I don't think they know who the hell they're talking to, but that's okay. Beneld, 63rd annual Italian American Days, I'm sorry. Friday, May the 27th through Monday, May the 30th. Also in Gillespie, right outside of Beneld, their 27th annual Knights of Columbus Car Show, located at the Gillespie Civic Center in Gillespie, Illinois. Registration from 8 a.m. to 12:30. Professional judging afterwards, and we want to thank Bill Tallman. He always puts on a great event. If you have any questions or concerns, you can call 217-835-2268. And coming up June the 4th and 5th, the Albers 125-year celebration, and we'll talk about that more. It gets a little bit closer. East St. Louis Senior High School, their annual picnic, their reunion is June the 11th. They're celebrating their 50th year reunion. If you have any questions or concerns, like to be involved, you can contact Judy. It's 618-476-3635. East St. Louis Senior High School 50th reunion coming up June the 11th. On this date, May the 26th, 1805, Napoleon Bonaparte was crowned King of Italy. On this date, May the 26th, 1868, the impeachment trial of President Andrew Johnson came to an end as he was acquitted by just one vote of the 2/3 majority required for conviction. I mean, there was corruption going back in the 1880s. On this date, May the 26th, 1887, racetrack betting became legal for the first time in New York State. On this date, May the 26th, 1913, President Theodore Roosevelt sued a Michigan newspaper for libel after the editor of the paper claimed Roosevelt was drunk all the time. Well, I guess these politicians going to sue me because I'm claiming they're stupid all the time. Hey, sue me, you ignorant bastards. On this date, May the 26th, 1930, the United States Supreme Court ruled that the purchase of intoxicating liquor was not a violation of the Constitution. That is a good one. Inbreeding, like in St. Clair County, Jerry Lee Lewis was booed off the stage by British fans after they learned he married his underage cousin, Mara. That sounds like political inbreeding to me. On this date, May the 26th, 1978, the first casino on America's East Coast opened in Atlantic City, New Jersey. On this date, May the 26th, 1988, a mass mailing record was set when the United States government mailed AIDS health advisory to every citizen in the United States. On this date, May the 26th, 1994, Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley were married in a secret ceremony in the Dominican Republic. Does that interest you, Sweet Cakes Kern? Are you really married to your wife? Is that really your wife, or is that a shill? I'm just asking. Sweet Cakes. And one of these days, you'll find out. Everybody will find out how he got the name Sweet Cakes. That's what happened on this date, May the 26th, throughout all these years in our world's history. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. And Kern, we're not changing the county song to YMCA, if you know what I mean, you idiot, and I think you do. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, if you want to listen to my show, don't get pissed at what I say. You know what to do. You heard the disclaimer. Shut it off if you don't like it. And you don't have to ever come back, because I don't give a damn. See, this is America. I met a family last night, a great husband and wife out of Millstadt. The husband sees my shirt, says, "You're that guy on the radio." And I says, "Yeah." He says, "I listen to you every day." He says, "I'm voting for you." And I said, "Well, I appreciate that." And he says, "But my wife don't ever listen to you." And I looked at her, a beautiful lady, and I said, "Well, thank you, ma'am. At least you're honest." I said, "That's what America's about. You don't have to listen to me." It makes it great when we can make a choice. And we can make a choice without being mad at each other. We can be Democrats. We can be Republicans. We don't have to be mad at each other and kill each other, politically, of course, because we don't think alike. What a world this would be if everybody had the same color white car, wore the same kind of clothes, we all looked alike. That'd be boring. And I want to salute that lady, because she didn't deny it. She just kind of smiled. But ma'am, even though you don't listen to me, and you're probably not going to vote for me if you don't listen to me, if you don't like the way I talk, I understand that. But just get out and vote. If you vote for my opponent, do that. But let's all participate. If everybody participates, at least the majority will rule. In Belleville last time, you heard what I said. 8 or 10% of the people voted for the mayor. There were 3 candidates. The mayor got probably 6, and I'm throwing the figures off the top of my head, but I'm probably not far off. 6% of the vote. So this asswipe bastard, Maximus Vaginus, Mark Pussy Boy Eckert, is leading the city of Belleville. 6% of the people approved of that, which means 94%, if my math is right, and most of the time it's not. About 94% didn't vote for him. But he's representing all of us. And I got to say, again, you know I'm running for office. and everybody says you got to be politically correct. And I say, hey, is politically correct saying kiss my ass because I'm not going to be politically correct? If that's politically correct, then I'm going to be politically correct. But I tell you, Madigan and Rauner, both you guys, what the hell's going on? You guys are fighting like two little boys. And I'm going to piss off both sides, don't care. We're the people of the state of Illinois, the ones getting hurt. Do you guys know, and I heard this from a good source, if the state doesn't pay their vendors, they eventually will have to pay them. But after 60 days, the vendors get 12 to 13% interest on their money. Hell, I'll invest at that interest rate. 12 to 13% interest we're paying people to these vendors that aren't getting their money, but they will eventually get their money. Try to get 13 or 14% on a CD at the bank. You'd be lucky to get 0.5%. They're paying 12 to 13%. These politicians are killing us. They're killing our children and our grandchildren's future, people. And I know Madigan's the Speaker of the House, and I know Rauner's the governor. They can take those titles and shove them up their ass. They're men just like we are. They're family people just like we are. Why the hell can't we all at least think alike? And that thought is, let's do for everybody. Let's don't try to hurt people because of political philosophies. And that's what they're doing. Rauner wants this. Madigan wants this. You guys got to come to some kind of compromise. And I don't give a damn. But let me tell you, good people, if I'm elected, and I probably won't be because I've pissed off enough people, but that's okay. I'm still not going to cut your grass or kiss your ass. I will never have to put a gun to my head and pull the trigger if I'll ever vote for a tax increase. We need to cut the salaries of all the state political people, from the governor on down to the state representative. I'm not taking a salary. I'm not taking one benefit. I don't need it. I'm not greedy. I want to give back. But these son of a bitches part-time, why don't they cut their salaries? What do they need? Pensions and benefits for a part-time job. Both Democrats and Republicans. Hell, they're going to sit me in the bathroom because the Democrats or the Republicans aren't going to want to see me up in Springfield. And I don't really give a damn. But people, it comes time when we have to stand up. Because if we don't care about our future, do you think these no good son of a bitches are going to care about it? Hell no, they're not. So what I say to Rauner, the Republican, and I say to Madigan, the Democrat, the two most powerful people in this great state of Illinois, quit screwing all of us. We're not whores. We're not cheap whores, you son of a bitches. We're citizens of this great state of Illinois. We're citizens that put you guys in those positions to watch out for our interest, not your political interest, not your political future. We give a damn less. We care about our families. We care about our people. We care about our country. And until you guys take this crap serious, and remember, it's not about you guys. Republican leaders who met with Madigan and Rauner were visibly irritated. Well, no crap. House Leader Jim Durkin said his colleagues feel that they're being stiff-armed. It ain't a football game, you idiot. And Democrats, they've got the supermajority in the House and the Senate. And it says, to me, it's a signal that they're going down the same road that they did last year, said the governor. Well, hell yes, it is, but governor, there's enough blame in the game to go around. You got to step forward. Madigan's got to step forward. Let's take our personal differences out of this. Let's take our political philosophies out of this. Let's sit down as business people and decide what we're going to do. But I'll be damned, and I tell you, good people, you can bet if you want your taxes raised, don't vote for me, because I will never. I don't give a damn. We'll cut spending before I'll ever raise. And once they cut spending, cut all the legislators' salaries down to where they should be, no benefits, cut all these politicians' salary down in the state of Illinois. Then if we need money, then maybe they can raise the taxes. I won't be for it. I'm telling you now, never be for raising a penny of taxes. I'm for cutting expenses. Having said that, Congressman Bost, not a bad guy. I've had differences with him in the past, and I'm running on the same. Well, I'm really not, because his people up in O'Fallon, Barb Viviano, do you own a restaurant? Well, I hope you ran a restaurant. I hope the food tastes better than you look. And Mary Turman, and Doug Jamieson, the head of the Republican Party, these guys, they've ran everybody out of the Republican Party. I know they're for Bost, but they're not for me. They're not for anybody on the ticket. And I think that's a good thing because I don't think people care about organized parties anymore. They care about voting the person, not the party. But Congressman Bost, please don't waste our time, our money. You're positioning yourself. He's demanding a probe into the faulty core report for NGA. Now, first thing I would ask Congressman and the Democrats involved, are you guys experts in this field? How can anybody say it's a faulty report? I know the congressman's running for election, and I know he hopes to get reelected. But don't waste the taxpayers' time and effort. And I say that with Kern and the Democrats on the other side of the aisle. All they're doing is posturing themselves. As long as this gentleman, the inspector general, and I can't even find his name, it's really rare, here it is, the NGA director, Robert Cardillo, said the evaluation process for the proposed St. Louis site was done in strict accordance with the Department of Defense's anti-terrorism and security engineering standards. Now that says it all, Congressman Bost. That says it all, Sweet Cakes. You guys are going to have a big town hall meeting tomorrow. It's a waste of time. And I say that against the Democrats and the Republicans. It's a waste of time. But Bost is running for election. So is Kern. Don't take our money, people. Don't take our time. Don't take our hopes and fears and use it for your political agenda. And I don't give a damn what side of the aisle you're on. It's not going to do any good. Congressman, you weren't around that long on the federal level, but I have to say you were a state representative. If this state would have been ran better, if this county would have been ran better, and that's not your fault. And I'm not faulting Congressman Bost. I'm faulting Mark Sweet Cakes Kern and the Democratic culture of corruption for losing the NGA site, the $1.7 billion. That's why you have to get rid of these ass wipes after 40, 50 years. Don't let them tell you it's going to be different next year, because it's not. But Congressman Bost, you, Kern, the idiot up there in Madison County, Dunston, all you political people, don't shove crap down our throat and ask us how the caviar tastes. We know it's crap. This NGA is going to St. Louis. There's never going to be a change. But for you and Kern and all the political people to try to make a big spectacle of it, everybody should have worried about this 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Not about after it happens. It's like the ball game. And here you are, Congressman Bost and Mark Sweet Cakes Kern. It's kind of funny you guys are together on this one, you know? I think everybody wants to get some political mileage out of it. But it's like the ball game. And here we got Congressman Bost, we got Kern, we got the politicians on both sides. Come on, let's get a touchdown. Let's get a touchdown. Hell, their team done lost 38-0. They're sitting in the stands. The lights are off. The football team's gone. And they're still cheering the team on? You can't cheer the team on after the game's over. And I'm going to tell you one thing. The NGA game is over. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio. And you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM. Simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting at its finest. America's bi-state voice of freedom. Radical Radio. And we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very proud to be the Patriot. Our good friend Roger Cook just stopped by, and we were talking. Roger had a great idea. We've got this Ford Ranger. It's orange, a beautiful car that Kevin, our good friend Kevin, donated to a needy veteran. And Roger and I talked about different ways. And Roger, you had a good idea. You said, let the people call and see how we're going to give this away. We want to do it fair, to have some kind of raffle. But for Kevin from Waste Management to bring that truck, and this guy makes a living, works his ass off, doesn't have a lot, I don't think, and it's really none of my business. But for him to give this truck to a needy veteran, I want to salute that man today. I'd be proud to stand anywhere with that man.
Yeah, I can't wait to meet Kevin. I personally don't know him, but I heard him on the radio show, and the truck is actually red, Bob. It's a red Ford Ranger, and he's got a flag, American flag, big American flag in the back
right in front of the radio
bed,
station.
and it looks beautiful. And any way that we can reach out to people, get ideas, and try to make some money, and we can help some vets.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's got to be, again, we talked about it. It has to be some kind of 503K corporation.
501c3.
Yeah, or whatever. So I think what we may want to do, drive by the radio station, 6500 West Main, and look at this beautiful truck that Kevin from Waste Management is giving away, his own truck, because he felt after listening to my show a couple days ago, felt compelled. And Kevin, we love you, buddy. Drive by. It's got a big flag. I don't know if we're going to have a raffle where and we would ask, if we do it that way, for every veteran that doesn't need some transportation, don't get involved. But for every veteran that is down on their luck right now, maybe we can get that truck to them. So I don't know if we'll have just a raffle, no money involved. But if you're not needy, let's don't get involved. But this truck's going to go to somebody here shortly. So if any veterans groups have any idea how we can do that to be fair, but we need to get that to some needy veteran. And again, I hope everybody takes a page out of Kevin's playbook. I've helped the veterans. I know a lot of other people have. But what a great thought. What a great gesture, especially during Memorial Day. So if you guys have any ideas, give us a call. Toll-free, 888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. Let us know how to get this truck to some needy veteran. I wish we had 5,000 trucks, because I know we've got a lot of needy veterans out there. And we want to salute you guys today and every day with Memorial Day weekend coming up. So give us your ideas. Drive by, look at the truck. And again, we want to thank the veterans today, and I thank them today and every day for what they've done to make this country so great, make it so free. So, Roger, I think maybe we'll get the Freedom Coalition. I'd ask you and Carl, maybe you guys can get involved to come up with an idea to help the veterans, and let's try to get this to a needy veteran. What do you think?
Hey, absolutely, Bob. I think you're going to get a lot of calls from the VFWs, American Legions, and to get some individuals that are need some help. And hey, it's also got a big steel toolbox in the bed. It's really a nice looking truck. It's got a little bit of rust, but around the wheel wells, but it looks like a wonderful little truck for somebody that needs it, and I'm willing to do whatever I can.
Hey, you sound like Don Brown at a car commercial. Got a little bit of rust, but hey,
after you get out and clean it up and shine it up,
and you know what, I will clean it up. I'll get out there, I'll clean it up, and I tell you, I think I'm still pretty good, and I got a lot of rust on me. Mr. Roger Cook.
Hey, we ought to put that thing in the Memorial Day parade on Monday.
I don't know if
I know we got enough things going on.
That's just what Kevin.
Kevin,
thank you very much. You know, you've really moved me, Kevin. And again, don't forget Memorial Day is coming up. Tomorrow we're going to have a couple military songs, and then we'll be off on Monday, and we're going to play a tribute to America with our greatest American hits on our Spirit of America Hour. And I can never, and I've had people say, and it really pisses me off, you go a little overboard with that patriotism. You know, you can't go overboard. That tells me that you can go overboard with your love for your family. Any asswipe, no count, no good son of a bitch to say, hey, you're going overboard for love for your family is an idiot. And my love for my country is just as powerful as my love for my family. I love my country because what it do for me and my family. You guys ought to love this great country. And for anybody to say that we take patriotism too far, get your stinky ass, your unpatriotic ass to Iraq and Iran. You'll be coming back on all fours, crawling, begging to come back in this great United States of America. This is Bob Romanik. the Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place, and we'll continue our journey to keep this country great, to keep this country free, to keep this country prosperous. And the only way we can do that is take care of the obstacles in the way, not the public servants, but the politicians, the political, parasitical, perverted punks that we call politicians. So let's all of us, men, women, black, white, Democrats, Republicans, inner city, outer county, let's all unite as one. And together we can continue to expose these ass-white politicians, to drag them over the political coals of hell today, as we've done, and every day. And on November the 8th, Election Day, do what has to be done for the survival of this great country of ours. Destroy these no-count, low-life, inbreeding, scum-sucking, cockroach-sucking, bottom-feeding, son-of-a-bitchin' politicians. Destroy them. Destroy them politically, of course. Right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away.